Welcome to video number 2. Alright, so I missed one thing on this thing here. So we'll go through this one. Battery disconnect. It's kind of like the other ones, but this is not quite like the other ones. Battery disconnect. Turns everything off. It kills the power to the batteries. This is going to be more for short term, you know, a day or 2, 3, week, not long term. The other ones are going to be for long term. Flip it back on. Light master on. All the lights are back on. Nice interior on this one. I'm going to refer you to this bag a lot, but the bag does offer all the manuals you need, but also on your key fob there is a little bus on here, Dynamax. It's kind of cool. I like these. It is a USB drive. The USB drive will have every manual for every Dynamax product made this year. It's something worth having, seeing. I'm going to do a couple quick little things on this real quick, mostly because I want to do a separate video on just technology in this coach. So what I'll do is I'll go to slides, making sure there's proper area, push that, driver side, extend, and you can push that one as well. Why they put them both in, I don't know. I don't build them, I just show people how to use them. There is only one slide out on this. It is a power gear, which is a very reliable slide out. Not something you have to worry about breaking down at all. The only time you have to worry about this is with low voltage. There hasn't been a lot of battery power to it, and you try to move it. Slide out's done. Alright, home. I will show you this water pump. We'll turn that on. You can see there's a little bit of fresh water in it. Gray empty, black is empty, propane is full. Then all your lights, your temperatures, and then your house battery's at 13.1 volts, and your chassis battery or chassis is at 0.0 volts. That is something that's being fixed with Firefly and Dynamax right now, but that will eventually say how much voltage there is. But with the water pump on and the furnace or the water heater on, hot, turn it on. It has not been on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That took 15 seconds to get hot water, 12 seconds to get hot water to me. But that's hot. Nice to have. I do like the Truma tankless water heater. That is nice. There's a unique one for you. Power cords. Some lights. Should be 110 outlet there. A microwave on this one. It is convection. Sensor reheat. I'm going to lean you towards the manuals. Again, I'm sorry. This is one of those things that they change them so often. I can't seem to keep up with them and teaching people how to use them. So I do know if I were plugged in, it'd hit convection. And say most things are about 350 here in Michigan. Hit 350 and then push start. That's how you get that one going. Fridge on the other hand, this one's a little easier. Push handle on the side. All the way at the top, there's an on-off switch button here. You're gonna see it's on. I always leave everything on auto. Always leave it on auto. That way you don't ever have warm beer. Unless you put warm beer in the fridge, then you're gonna have warm beer. Always leave it on auto because it always looks for 110. If it does not find 110, it switches to propane. Through the bedroom. Sliding door on this one is little new to me. It's kind of a cool design. I like it. but the TV stays with it. So you will have the cords showing, but hey, if you want to lay in bed and watch TV, go for it. It is held in by magnets, so you don't have to worry about anything there. And this little sensor here is going to be your thermostat, which is going to run your rear AC. And again, generator, everything else there. Nice bed. It is an air-filled bed. It is not a sleep number, but it is an air-filled bed. But there's a controller there. USB 110. I don't know why they put cup holders in the beer holders too. Wine. Inside here, what they did, that's what those little black squares are. I guess if you really wanted to have a drink at bed or water, whatever. Shower in this one's nice. I like the size of the bathroom. It's not too big, it's not too small. The counter's a little bit to be wanting, but it is a nice layout for the size of what you have. Toilet on this one is a Tecma toilet. Tecma toilet basically means that it is run by power. Open it up. How to flush it is here. You have, basically what I tell customers is you have a number 1 flush and a number 2 flush. So if you go number 1, push that one. You go number 2, push that one. Pretty simple. Or if you want to empty the whole toilet, after it's done, you push both buttons here, which is all explained on the back of the toilet because we all need instructions on how to flush a smart toilet. I know I did my first time flushing these. Nice size mirror, medicine cabinet. Sink on this one is pretty nice as well. Turn it over to hot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, about 9 seconds I have hot water there. Sliding shower. Hook. Make sure you lock this in place before you travel, or else you will not have glass doors anymore. Or you'll hear them smash around a little bit. Nice shower. Decent headroom. I'm a little too tall for this, but hey, that's what happens when you're a tall guy. I'm 6'3". But I do like the shower head on this one. You can turn it on and off the shower itself after you have it to a temperature you like. A little storage compartment. It's held up by suction cups that, suction cups like to let go. We'll get into the stove here. Stove's going to be like any other RV stove that has propane. Open it up. Twist it over to light. It's going to be on the left there. Let's turn off the light. It's going to say light. Click. Turn the center one on. Click. Click. And the right one. Okay, so when we cook, we want to make sure that we cook with the glass top open. I hate that I have to say this, but I do. I'm not saying that you don't or you would. I'm saying that I've had it happen. Alright, we close the top after it's cooled down. Do not cook on the glass top. It is not a place to cook. You're not going to throw a piece of chicken on this. You don't throw a pan on this. It is just a cover. It gets too hot, it will shatter, it will break, and it kind of explodes, even though it's a little bit of a tempered glass. But heat does funny things. Do not cook on it. When you're cooking, make sure it's open. Yes, 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 yes. I have had people do that. Alright, I will get into a video for technology after this one. I just wanted to get through a lot of this other stuff, but there's a lot of technical stuff in here. I won't go through the TVs. TVs are pretty simple, even though they're Amazon Fire TVs. Hopefully you have an Amazon account. Those can be a little fun to set up. The setup stuff is in the manuals. It's not something I can go through the video on, but it's something that you can do. But I definitely want to do a video on that as well as the chassis last. But something worth seeing. Nice curtain rod, which is the white strip there. A little bit of privacy, ladder, and a little bar to make sure you don't fall out. Alright, the dinette does turn into a bed. What you do there is oh, this one's not a levered one. So what you do with this one is you lift up from the front, pull forward, and it drops down. Obviously you have to move the cushions, and it's not necessarily the easiest thing to do one-handed. I'm sure if I only had one hand I could do it, but I have two hands most of the time, so it's kind of hard to do with one hand. Do like the windows. I like the dinette. It is comfortable. It is a comfortable one to sit in. What I am going to point out is, I'm going to switch around this real quick. Set 1 will have your key fob on it, as well as the little truck. I'm going to make sure that one's the one that goes to the ignition. But your remotes are all in here. Sound bar, your fans for right above the stove and in the bathroom. And then you get this thing for the Truma Aquago decalcification kit. Again, that's something you're going to go through the manual with, or if not, it is something we can do here. It's not a hard thing to do, but it's not something you're going to be doing in the first year. So trying to explain it in the video might be pointless. A little bit of touch-up paint and other parts for the extra parts for the microwave. And then for the matrix switch, which I will explain in the next video. Pull that out. Now beyond that, not a whole lot going on. Fire extinguisher. Above this one, you have your antenna booster and your satellite receiver switch here. You won't be able to hear it in the video, but the satellite is spinning now, looking for signal. I'm in a building. It's not going to find it. Alright. So it gives you a rough estimate on everything inside. But I will do a third video right after this one and give you a better idea on how some of your electronics in this coach work.